It's May 18, 2023. My name is Jimmy Van, and this is KYN Live. My guest, friend of the show, maybe future pro wrestler. I don't know. I've seen her Twitter account a little bit. She is the co-host of the Ludicrous Report podcast with Joey Carney. They talk pop culture on Tuesday afternoons right here at Know Your News. This is Issa the Demon Diva. That's what I can call you, right? Issa the Demon
Yes,
Diva.
yes, it is. It is Issa the Demon Diva. That is the right term. I'm glad you won the debate.
My team was like, what do we call her? Diva Incarnate? I was like, no, Issa's her name. Issa the Demon Diva. So there you go. Thanks for doing this. You know how we do this. We're going to talk a lot of silly shit. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to talk the KYN 7 of the top news stories of the week that are stupid, funny, and weird. I'm going to get your reactions, and I'll ask you questions along the way. And guys, get into your super chats to get your question or statement read on the air. If you don't want to donate through YouTube, or if you can't catch the show live, go to kynchat.com, leave a question or statement anytime you want, and we'll read it on the air. Another week, Issa. I got more stupid ones. Nothing about Bad Bunny or Roman Reigns in here.
Good, good. You wouldn't invite me if you had that on here. You know that. Or maybe you would. You probably get the best reaction.
Oh, I would. I would. Guaranteed if Taylor Swift comes on this thing. Hello, Denise. All right. Let's start with story number 7, reported by the Associated Press. All right. So in Norway last year, there was a walrus that became a global celebrity after it was seen frolicking around a marina and lounging in the sun. They even gave it a name. They called it Freya, the walrus. We have a picture of Freya. Look at this. There's Freya right there, hanging out at the marina, hanging out on the boats. Well, authorities ended up euthanizing that walrus despite public backlash. The reason they did it is because people were not keeping a safe distance from it. And so it was creating a dangerous situation for people. So here's what happened.
So euthanize the people. Sorry.
Issa said it, not me. Issa said it. But this is what happened, and maybe that's a good idea when I tell you what happened. So here's what happened. There was a private crowdfunding campaign that was done to finance the creation of a life-size sculpture of Freya, right? So they got private funding together to make a life-size sculpture of Freya. They got it made. They unveiled it right there at the marina, and as soon as they unveiled it, it didn't go too well. It wasn't received very well. And my question for you, Issa, what's the problem with the statue of Freya that people didn't like?
I have no idea. I'm just waiting for you to unveil this picture. You got me. I can't even think of, how do you not like a statue of an animal unless, I don't know.
Okay, so you got Freya, the frolicking walrus.
Right.
And when they make the statue, they make the statue of what looks like a dead walrus. And we got pictures. Check this out. That is what they made right there. Yeah, we got more. And somebody actually put a rose next to it. Somebody actually put a rose. And then here's another one. Look at this one. Let's put a blanket over it. Let's do that.
This is so sad.
The only thing I can think of is that the intention was, let's make it look like Freya's napping in the sun, right? Let's make it look like Freya's lounging in the sun. That looks like a dead walrus to me, though. How do they not realize this when they're doing it? What do you think, Issa?
It is so wrong. You could have just put it like standing like this, like looking like it's taking in the sun. Like as soon as you say napping, I just don't understand who approved this. I don't know who thought about it and looked at it, because there has to be some kind of sketches that go on right before you approve all of this. Who said, Freya kind of doesn't look lively here. And the picture that you originally showed me of her, she's just like, all perky. So I would assume that they would have make a perky, cute statue of her. Oh no, that is not good.
That unbelievable? Yeah. Somebody got paid to do this.
Yeah, public funding too. You said right?
They've done privately with
Yeah, they need to like get their money back.
Unbelievable. All right, so every story that I do, I like to ask a question that's somehow related to it. My question for you with this one: you live in Puerto Rico. I'm sure that you're around water at least some of the time.
Most of the time.
Any stories of a personal run-in with marine wildlife?
I got stung by a jellyfish on a butt cheek once.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, do you know my follow-up question?
No. No.
Did somebody piss on your ass, Issa?
No, I did not, and it hurt, and it was a mess now. But this was back in the day, so I didn't know. We didn't have Google to like search how to fix this, right? So I didn't know that if somebody peed on me, it would have been better or not. It was a late night. Listen, Jimmy, we don't need to get into the details. Sorry.
Oh man, that would have given a whole new term to golden shower. Let's just move on to story number 6, reported by BBC News. Okay, so 3 people in Peru, they broke into a shoe store and they made off with about 200 sneakers with an estimated value of more than $13,000. But they're probably going to be worthless and hard for the thieves to sell. And my question for you is, why will these high-end stolen sneakers be hard to sell?
Maybe they damaged the box, maybe they damaged the shoes themselves, or maybe they're dupes.
All good answers. No, it's because they're all righties. And we have picks. We have picks to look at. So you know when they're on the shelf like that? You know when they're on the shelf like that? They only got one, right? So that's what they took. They took 200 righties, the ones that are usually on display. And see, that's what they went after. Now, usually stores have security footage, and in this case, they got security footage and they have fingerprints, and so they're able to locate the thieves pretty easily. Do you think maybe use your head before you start taking shit, Issa? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go through with the crime, research, get it done the right way. Like,
get it done the right way.
Yeah, there is right ways. You know, the difference between being a criminal and being smart is the criminals get caught. Don't get caught. You know what I mean? So you just gotta do it the right way. Research. Didn't you go to the store, walk around, like get your surroundings? Or it just feels like if you're gonna do the crime the wrong way, you're not gonna research what you need to do, then this is what you get. That is hilarious though. You threw me off with that one. Alright, it makes sense if they only took the display. Like get to the back where the actual real shoes are.
See? Right. This is what they did. Now, I am not a believer in spending a lot of money on clothes or shoes. I'm kind of known for it. From head to toe, including my shoes, I'll be wearing like $100 on the average day. What is the most that you have ever spent on one item of clothing or one pair of shoes?
I have a pair of shoes that was $3,500.
$3,500 for a pair of shoes. That is a lifetime for me, Issa.
I know.
Lifetime.
But they're so beautiful, Jimmy. They're limited edition red bottoms, and they're made with snake skin, and they have all kinds of different colors. And you know how they breed the exotic snakes to get these different colors? So it's like there's blue, there's pink, there's purple. I mean, they are the most beautiful shoes I have ever seen. You're not talking to the right person about this. I will say one thing. I'll be walking around with an outfit that was worth maybe $40, and then the shoes are like $2,000. Like that's just I am a shoe girl, but not sneakers. All high heels. I do own a handful of the Bad Bunny sneakers, but not for wearing them, just for collecting purposes.
That was going to be my question. So if you're paying $3,500 for a pair of shoes, do you actually wear them?
I have not. The ones that I'm talking to you about, I have not worn them yet. I do wear. I don't know. I don't feel like there's been a occasion worthy of these shoes. There's 2 pairs of shoes that I have that I love that were the most expensive ones that I have yet to wear. But I do wear my red bottoms everywhere. For girls out there, take them to the shoe people, get them protected immediately. If you like red bottoms, right? I wear my designer shoes all the time. I stopped buying red bottoms as much because they scrape. And it's like, well, what's the point of buying these shoes if you don't want to wear them, right? But the red does wear off. But you can get them, invest an extra $60, get them protected, and that way the red never goes away, and you can wear them everywhere without having to worry about them scraping. But there are some that are limited edition, they're collectibles, or they're expensive enough that I'm like, no, it needs to be a really special occasion for me to bust this out.
I see. Okay, I'm going to isolate this clip. Roman Reigns. We are going to arrange like a meet and greet so I can get Issa to take out those $3,500 shoes, because I don't know if there's another occasion where she will do it. So
right. You know what?
We're going to work on it.
Yeah, we will. I did meet Roman once. I wore thigh-high boots. They were great boots too.
Did I tell you that I did a cameo for Sean Ross Sapp as
I saw it.
And it kind of gave away his heel turn a little bit. Did you see that?
Yep.
There you go. I take credit for that, even though I shouldn't. Okay, reminder, guys, get in your super chats, have your question or statement read on the air, or if you can't catch the show live, go to kynchat.com, leave a contribution anytime you want, and we'll read your question or statement on the next show. All right, we started off with two good ones, Isa. Let's go to story number 5, reported by Oddity Central. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, this is good too. So there's a newspaper in Japan. It's called the Tokyo Shimbun. They got a food critic, right, that works for this newspaper. And they wrote an article about a different kind of sashimi. You know what sashimi is?
No idea.
Sashimi is raw meat, like a sushi, right?
Ew. Okay.
It's prepared raw meat. So this food critic wrote an article about a new kind of sashimi that they got to eat at a restaurant. They said that this meat was refreshing. They said it was easy to chew, but the Japanese health ministry posted a message on Twitter telling people don't eat it. Don't indulge in this kind of raw meat. What kind of raw meat was it?
Cat.
You know what? Probably safer. It was crow meat. And we got pictures of the crow meat. Go ahead, Joel.
No, please.
Look at that.
No.
This is real. Look at the other one. Look at that. Now, eating crow meat is not illegal, but consuming it raw poses a severe risk of infection with the hepatitis E virus, E. coli, as well as various parasites, and it could prove fatal. And yet, people in Japan, they're clamoring for crow sashimi, Isa. They're clamoring for it. What about you? If you ever find yourself in Tokyo and if you stumble across...
Stop! I never even had sushi, Jimmy. You think I'm going to go for freaking crow meat?
You've never had sushi?
Oh, no. Don't get started on that topic. I do, not to plug another podcast, but I do a Wrestling Inc. podcast, right? And every podcast, for some reason, something comes up of something I've never tried before, and my co-hosts are just mind blown at how many items of food I have never tried.
Really?
I'm a very picky eater. Yeah, I never had like peanut butter jelly or like a Dr. Pepper Mountain Dew. Like
Whoa! You've never had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
No.
What about as a child? Like as a kid?
No.
What?
Okay. I know.
Okay. I'm going to isolate this and I'm going to tag like everybody. Sean Ross Sapp, we have to get Isa a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. We got to get it done. Look, I am a small town white guy and I'm the first to admit I'm very white. Like I'm very stereotypically white. I've had sushi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to get it done. It's going to happen. So this might not be a question to ask you then, knowing what a picky eater
Probably
you are.
Not.
But I'm going to ask it anyway. What is the most, and I hope your answer isn't bacon, what is the most exotic kind of meat that you've ever tried?
I mean, marlin, the fish? It's not. I'm not a very big eater. I'm not. But my sister had to like talk me into. Her and my dad said it was chicken, and I fell for it like an idiot. And I tried it, and I ended up really liking it. I enjoy it, but from a particular place here in Puerto Rico because they like catch it themselves. Like it's as fresh as it gets, so it's very, very good.
So if they had told you going in it was marlin,
I would not tried it.
You wouldn't have eten it.
No.
You know,
I'm a visual eater. If I can see what it looks like, or like I don't know, I'm not. I don't know. I'm not gonna try just because you tell me it's good.
I'm learning stuff about Isa today. I am. You know, I was in Florence, Italy one time. And you know, some restaurants, they'll have like a guy or a waitress, whatever, standing outside. If it's busy, they're trying to get you into the restaurant.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the menu and they had pigeon on the menu. And that intrigued me because I like trying different stuff. And so I said to the guy, you guys have pigeon on the menu? He's like, yeah. Come on in and try it. Okay, sounds good. I go in, I sit down with my wife. I like to order the pigeon. We're all out.
Oh, no. You got ripped off, Jimmy,
I got ripped off. Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, don't think I don't remember that, Florence. All right, let's go to story number 4, reported by CBS News Philadelphia. Okay, so a husband and wife in Philly, they decided to get a divorce, unfortunately. She wanted all of the shit out of the house. You know what I mean? You're leaving and all your stuff's got to go. But she needed help getting one thing out of the basement. And the only way that she could think of getting that thing out of there was by calling animal control. She didn't know what else to do. Isa, what was it that they had a hard time removing out of this basement in Philadelphia?
Maybe he had one of those like You know how sometimes guys are hunters and they conserve the bodies or the heads of these animals that they hunt? Like a deer head or a bear or something? I don't know.
A bear head. Well, you know what? That would have been easier. No, he had an 8 foot long, 130 pound alligator alive in the basement, and
Is
we
this in
got to.
Florida or in Philly?
This was in Philadelphia, and I think it was a townhouse. And we have a clip courtesy of CBS News Philadelphia. Look at this. There's animal control going in. This is
Oh
in
my God.
Philadelphia.
That house must have smelled. Now I know why
Look
they got
at
divorced.
that.
Oh,
Look
he's
at
cute.
look.
Uh,
This is in Philadelphia. So his name is Big Mac. They had him since 2011. So they had him for 12 years. They kept him locked up in that little makeshift enclosure that you just saw in Philadelphia. And get this, this is the part that's kind of scary. That was the third alligator over a 1 month period that animal control in Philly had to rescue. The third one in a month that animal control in Philadelphia had to rescue.
I think
What's
maybe
going
because
on?
I think maybe it's because I'm in Puerto Rico and those kind of news don't shock me. The most shocking part to me is that it's Philly. You would have told me this isn't a
Yes.
place, right, that we hear like a lot of alligators. But I mean, I was gonna say that's probably why they got divorced.
It's possible. It's possible. Yeah.
And
All right.
he look adorable too. That was a cute alligator. I love alligators. I think they're great people. Horses, I don't trust horses, but alligators are okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the hell's wrong with horses? What's your problem with horses?
Did you see what they did to Superman? Don't trust horses.
Superman.
Yeah, we don't need to get into it. Horses are
Okay.
terrible people.
I don't know. Llamas, llamas are the ones that you got to watch out for. You know about llamas?
No, tell me about llamas.
So I'm kind of a country boy. I grew up like in farm areas and I'm used to all this
Okay.
stuff. Llamas, if they look at you a certain way, it's because they're about to spit in your face.
No, really?
Yes, and llamas can projectile spit like 6, 10 feet away.
That's impressive.
Yes, yes.
I
So,
never knew that about that. But see, spitting in your face is not as bad as what other animals do.
oh, whoa, whoa, whoa,
You
whoa.
heard of dolphins? Don't trust. Don't be swimming with the dolphins, Jimmy Van. They're evil.
Google llama spit later. I'm not talking an ounce worth here. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
no. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to
Google it
Google that.
later.
I'll get grossed out by it.
Kind of like a water gun. All right. So my question for you for this one: have you ever owned or wanted to own an exotic pet?
I have. I used to have scorpions. I had snakes. I had an iguana. I love animals. Yeah, I think the scorpions will probably be my most. I learned the most about being a pet owner of scorpions.
This is fascinating. So Issa will not eat a
Oh, I
peanut
had a
butter and jelly
tarantula too.
sandwich. You had a tarantula too.
Mhm.
Issa will not eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but she will own a fucking scorpion. This is what I'm learning in this conversation. So, all right, let's go on to story number 3. Man, I like you more now. I already liked you before we started this, Issa. Now I like you even more. Story number 3, reported by Fox 5 Washington. All right, so there's an apartment complex in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. The place is called the Tapestry Largo Station. Residents that live there are upset because of what the people on the upper floors are doing in this apartment complex. Simple question, Issa. What are the people on the upstairs floors of this apartment doing that's pissing off the residents below them?
I mean, I know you by now, so it's not gonna be the typical partying or making too much noises. I don't know. Are they pissing out of their balconies?
You're almost there. They're tossing dog shit off the balconies. And we've got
No.
pics, Joel. There's one there. So
This is so not necessary.
so people upstairs are doing this. They're throwing their dog shit off the balconies instead of taking them for walks. It's landing on awnings. It's landing on the sidewalk. It's landing on the grass. Building management has warned tenants not to do it, but it's been a reoccurring issue. Joel, we got more than just that one pic of shit. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
You can see it on the awning right there on the left. So
Yeah.
building management's been warning them about it, and it keeps on happening, and building management has to clean it up. What kind of a human being, instead of taking your dog for a walk because they need the exercise anyway, what
Yeah.
kind of a human being is just taking that dog shit and just tossing it off the balcony?
A terrible human being, right? You have a lot of people that try to find these animal friendly places so they can take their dogs there. And it's like there are not only are there apartment friendly dogs, right? The reason why I have Roman is I lived in New York, you know that. But Roman, while I take him for walks every day, Roman is paper trained. So he goes in his little
Uh-huh.
paper, and I pick up the paper, throw it in the trash, like a normal human does. So I don't understand, like, why are you so lazy that you can't train your dog to do that? But I do think there's dogs that are way too big for the papers, which worries me about the state of their apartments. If they think it's okay to throw this poop out the window, I can't even imagine what their apartments look like or smell like. Like, that's gross.
And based on that picture of the grass, that poop was not the size of a pellet.
No, that's like a German Shepherd.
That's a German
poop.
Shepherd.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Roman is paper trained, but his turds are like this big. They're the easiest thing to pick up and, like, get rid of. But
there you go.
That was a big dog poop. I always tell people, I'm like, I feel sometimes like having a pet is as big, if not a bigger commitment than having a kid. If you're not ready for that commitment to get up early in the morning and take them on those walks, do not get a pet. Like, I have paid more for Roman's plane ticket than my own, because the fee for a dog is a flat rate no matter what. So I pay more for his tickets or for his care when I'm out of town. Like, people need to understand what it is, and if you're not in a good environment for it, then rehome them. I know it can be heartbreaking, but it is the best thing to do for the animal itself.
Or stick to tarantulas and scorpions. You could do that too.
I mean, of course.
All right.
All you gotta do is buy 10 crickets and they eat crickets. It's so cute.
It's cute. Watch them tear apart the crickets. Yes. Fantastic. Final reminder, guys, get in your super chats to get your question or statement right on the air, or go to kynchat.com, leave a contribution anytime you want, and we'll read your question or statement on the next show. All right. Are you ready for story number 2 already? We're whipping through.
Oh, I love it.
Story number 2, reported by Oddity Central. All right. There's a doctor in Thailand. He posted pictures on Facebook from a patient who came to him asking him to remove something that had been embedded in him for 40 years. Issa, what did the patient go to the doctor asking him to get removed?
I have no idea. So just give it to me, Jimmy. I can't even guess. I can't even try to guess.
I love leaving it open-ended because you're thinking the worst.
Yeah.
So what he did was he had magnetic plates embedded into his fingertips to help him cheat in casino games. Look at this picture. That's what the magnets look like. And look at the other one. That's where he had them implanted. He had them implanted into his fingertips. They were there to help him cheat at a popular dice game called High-Low. He decided to remove them now because he wants to get on an airplane and he's afraid that they're going to get detected going through security. I sure hope he got his money's worth for that shit, Issa. What do you think? Magnets implanted under his fingertips.
We said earlier, smart or criminal. He's smart.
He's smart?
Hey, he did what he had to do to not get caught.
I get it. Well, he got caught now.
Well, you know yeah, I mean? But he don't need it no more. Maybe he already made the money he wanted to. Yeah, he's ready to retire from that life, Jimmy.
All I got to say is I hope there's nobody out there that was looking to avenge a big loss years ago. You know what I mean? Because when they find out. All right, now here is where we're going to see how honest Issa can be. We're going to find that out now. Have you ever won any game because you cheated?
Oh, yeah, 1,000%.
Let's hear it.
Blackjack, counting cards.
You counted. Let's hear it. Was this like in a was it?
Well, it's
money?
An operation group. You need more than one person to be able to like do it the right way.
And was this was a cash game?
Yeah, it was a casino.
Issa just told me. He just told me that she counted cards in a casino playing blackjack. Mm-hmm. How long ago? How many people? What kind of money did you win?
A couple of $1,000. The best way to get away with that is you have to do it in the small betting tables. If you start going to the high rollers, everybody's going to be watching you. Nobody's watching the $5 blackjack table. But I can't be you're getting me to confess crimes online like now? Come on, Jimmy.
I just did.
I just did.
Okay, now I need the date. I need to know the name of the casino. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It doesn't even exist anymore. It was in Vegas, but that casino is no longer with us. So it's all good.
You know something? I'm going to tell you something behind the scenes here a little bit.
Okay.
So every week when we all do our podcast for Know Your News, you've got the Ludicrous Report and whatever. Every week I work with my video editor to try to pick a clip for a short video. And sometimes it's hard to decide, what's going to be good enough for a short video. I think we got like 7 today. Don't you think?
You're welcome.
Like this has been a humdinger for content. All right. Time for story number 1.
Let's go.
Reported by North Wales Live. This has been just a classic content show today. All right. So there's a group of unhappy residents. They are in a community in Wales. They're pissed off because somebody's been counting cards at their casino. No, they're not. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. So they have a problem with potholes on a rural road, and they've been asking council to resurface the road over and over again, but it still hasn't been done. So the residents all got together, and they decided to put up a sign warning the drivers that come through about the potholes. Council, though, they're pissed off about the sign. They don't like it, and they're not happy about it. And my question for you is, what is it about the sign the council doesn't like?
I don't know. It must say something inappropriate about a hole.
Sort of. So here's what it starts with. It starts with caution. Remove dentures, adjust bra straps, and secure your nuts. We got a picture of the sign. There it is on the right there. Caution, remove dentures, adjust bra straps, secure your nuts. And then it says, welcome to the worst maintained road in the county. And that's what they put up. Now, for what it's worth, town council says that the lack of servicing work is because of budget cuts. They said they don't have the money to do it. And they said that jobs of that nature are prioritized according to risk. And for whatever reason, I guess there's a lot of risk in that area. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think of the town's decision here to try to get this thing fixed?
I love the sign. It's real. It's funny. At least they still have a sense of humor about it. I mean, I wish I had those kind of signs. Here in Puerto Rico, our roads are horrible. There's potholes everywhere. I drive a small car. I've gotten into a couple of potholes that I was like, man, I wish somebody would have warned me that I was going to hit this pothole. So props to them.
Aha. All right. My last question for you. Has there ever been a situation where you had a complaint about something and it wasn't getting resolved, and so you took some serious measures in order to have your complaint heard?
I mean, yeah, but it's like boring. It was the corporate world. You know, we had a couple of people that didn't understand that I used to work for short-term rentals of office space and conference rooms, and a lot of the clients did not understand that the cleaning people will come once a day at night. You know how it works, Jimmy. After the office closed, that's when they come. So yeah, I remember like getting complaints for certain clients that some clients were not like getting up and throwing their things out because they assumed we had a cleaning person coming in. So at some point we did put up some signs that say, hey, throw out your own trash, especially that we have phone booths and people were leaving like their wrappers and things in the phone booth. So yeah, we did put up signs like telling people to make sure to take their trash with them.
Here I thought it was going to be something like, yes, I complained to WWE. I want to be Bad Bunny's manager at Backlash. And no one listened.
You know, one time I told Triple H, hello, when are you going to bring WWE to Puerto Rico? And 4 months later, here they were.
There you go.
I get what I want, Jimmy Van.
You worked that magic. She worked that magic. All right, I want to thank our guest, Issa the Demon Diva. Issa, tell the people what you're doing and where they can find you.
I mean, they can obviously find me here every Tuesday with Joey. If you want all of your pop culture news, they can also find me on Wrestling Inc., Lucha Libre Online for some interviews and Spanish content, also my own YouTube channel, and Puerto Rico WWC's 50th anniversary show is in June. If you guys are not in the island and you want to get that Puerto Rican crowd, it will be live on Fight TV. I will be ring announcing at that show.
Good for you. Good for you. Are you taking bumps? Have you been taking bumps?
There's a vlog on my YouTube channel, NYC Demon Diva. You guys can find it, where I finally decided to get in the ring and see what that was like.
And did you take bumps?
I did. I went back and took a few more after that too. I kind of liked it. I told you, I'm weird, Jimmy. I'm weird.
I'm not going to touch that one. That's going to do it for KYN Live. Tune in next Thursday at 4 o'clock Eastern time for more silliness that's totally real. Until then, bye for now. Thanks for doing this.